Morning everyone, welcome to Mindful Mornings Day 2. This is our goal setting for 2022. It's a 2-week little mini course and we're going to start off with one ball this morning, our blue ball. Let's have a quick recap of all the balls that we've got. You might be using socks, you might be using something else. I'm going to talk about the 3 different balls that we're using. That's really going to set the foundation, if you like, of this whole 2 weeks. So we've got our red ball, which is our negative ball. Don't know why I'm starting off with that one this morning. Our green one, which is our positive ball, and then our blue one, which is our gratitude ball. Let's start with all of them to start. Let's give a little bit of energy to these balls. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them, as we did yesterday. We're going to put them on our heart, and we're just going to take a couple of deep breaths just to get into our body and our space and our mind this morning. Took me a little while to switch on this morning. I got up, had a bit of an hour of pondering around, had a little kip before I had a shower, even though I'd already got up. Yeah, this is what I definitely need this morning. So what I want you to do is I want you to take that hand, I want you to push it on your heart, I want you to just apply a little bit of pressure, and I just want you to feel that there. And we're just going to take a few deep breaths in. Let's go for 5 seconds this morning. So let's take our first deep breath in of the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just take a second to think about your name. Say your whole name to yourself, your full name. And then breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's apply a little bit more pressure here on our hand, on our heart. Let's do that same thing. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time, say your name as you hold your breath to yourself. Put a little bit of a smile on your face. And breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more time. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, saying your name to yourself, and a bigger grin this time, ear to ear. Hold that breath, and then breathing out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this one more time actually, but this time I want you to become aware of these the balls at your heart. Apply that little bit more pressure. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell yourself you are going to make today great. Holding that breath. And then breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just take a look at those balls. Hold them in one hand, or those socks, or whatever you're working with. And what I want you to do is I just want you to throw them all up and catch them. Try and do them as 3 balls. Throw them up and just catch them. Throw them up and catch them. Say your name to yourself in that moment that they're in the air. And again, if you drop it, just register. Just a drop ball, pick it back up. You will always drop them. And let's just take our gratitude ball. Okay, so putting the other ones down, and we're just going to kind of pass this morning around our body. We're not going to throw it, we're just going to pass it around our body, our head, under our arm, our neck, and whatever way you want to go. Use your legs as well. We're just going to think about something we're grateful for this morning. Let's just check in with ourselves. Let's just have 10 seconds of just finding what we're grateful for. Be specific. So think about something you're grateful for. Dig into that thought a little bit. And then catch that thought. Keep passing that ball around. Bring a little smile to your face as you do this. Feel it in your tummy. Feel that feeling of gratitude. And let's start off just throwing that ball back and forth. Remember, this is a number 1. So yesterday what we started doing is we went through 1 to 4. Okay, this is called sight swap for those non-jugglers. This here is just a one throw. It just means this is called number one. The way I'm throwing one ball across to one hand. And what I want you to do this morning is we're going to start really close together with our hands, and we're going to start to spread our arms open as we do this. I want you to really stretch out that feeling that's here. Stretch out that feeling of gratitude. So let's start here, and we're going to open our arms as wide as we can, and then bring them back together. Watch your hands and think about that feeling intensifying as you stretch out those arms open and bring them back together. That feeling of gratitude. Thinking about that reason you're grateful this morning, whether it's a person in your life, whether it's a thing that happened, whether it's a thing that's going to happen today. One more time. Let's take a breath in this time as we stretch out those arms. And then bringing them back together. So this is number one. Number two is a silent ball in a silent hand. Okay, we're going to reflect. No, we're not. What we're going to do this morning is we're going to hold that silent ball. Is we're going to look around our space. And we're going to look for something that we've not noticed in a while. Might be, or not noticed ever. Might be a screw in the wall. Might be a little dot somewhere that you subconsciously see every day. And I just want you to look at that thing. And I just want you to register it being there. And if it's an object, think about where that thing came from. The story behind it. Who put it there. So one ball in one hand is number two. Silent ball, a reflective moment if you like. Number three, that ball is travelling above our head. Above our head, head height. Essentially it's going from one hand to the other. Think about this as a goal, okay? We're travelling from A to B, from today to our goal. That goal will change, may change, but we really want to find a way to find something solid, to set that in the ground for us to aim towards. So remember with this, our hand doesn't move, okay? Or we don't want our hand to move, so we're going to put our hand there, our catching hand, we're going to take the ball, we're going to throw it. Just to drop ball, we're going to throw it, and it's going to land in that hand. What we don't want to do is go chasing it. Okay, so we're here, landing in that hand. Just take a few moments as we do some breathing to just throw back and forth, being aware of how much we're moving that catching hand. Finally, we've got number four, which is an up and down throw, that vertical throw, about the same height as number three, head height, up and down. And that's what we're going to start off with today. So let's put our gratitude ball down. Let's pick up our positive and negative ball or socks or whatever you're using. Let's squeeze them. And let's just take one deep breath in for 7 seconds. Okay. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What I want you to just start doing is just throwing these balls just up and down, whatever height you want, not too high. And I just want you to think about your goal. Yesterday, I asked you to go away and think about a goal you wanted to set yourself in 2022. Now, I've been struggling with my goal. So I'm like, what do I want? I've got a resolution, just to have a bit more of a healthier work-life balance. These sessions absolutely help me to do that. But what's my goal for 2022? And I was speaking to a friend yesterday, and I've not performed, or I've not, I do did aerial for years. I've not done anything for like 5-6 years. And part of me really wants to perform in the Christmas show. I'm saying this now because this is going to absolutely hold me accountable and make me do it. So yesterday I was thought, is that my goal for 2022? And I think it is. I've not quite cemented that. This 2 weeks is doing that for me. So what I want you to do, whatever your goal may be, or whatever you think it may be, just bring it to your mind. If you're struggling to do this and to think of that goal, just stop for a second, do twos. Remember a 2 and a 2, that silent moment. And just think about what that goal is for you. Just spend 30 seconds, a minute, just checking in. And you might not know yet, and that's absolutely fine. Okay? We've got 2 weeks. Okay, so you can keep those thoughts in your head if you want to, or you can just drop them out as we practice this and just become aware that we've got a 4-4 going on. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. And I want you to think about this as a positive ball and a negative ball. Okay, so I'm throwing something positive up, negative, positive, negative. And just be aware of those two words. If you want to evolve it a little bit further, think about something positive that's going on right now in your life. Think about something negative or you perceive as negative. And what I want to do is I want to do a 3-3 at some point. Now, if you've not done this before, it's going to be really tricky, okay? We sometimes call it a throw, catch when we learn it to juggle. But for now, in sight swap, we're going to go 3-3. And we're going to switch these over. So my right hand wants to become my left hand, and my left hand wants to become my right hand. Well, that was a really bad way of saying I want to switch the balls over, but you'll think you probably get what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate it. So if you stop juggling for a second, if you don't know what I mean, and just watch, I've got a 4-4 going on, and I'm going to go 3-3. And I'm going to pick up that 4-4 again. Okay, so you practice that 4-4. You'll find some sense, or you want to find some sense of rhythm there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to practice that 3-3. Just one, back and forth. You might find yourself throwing a 3 and then a 1. That's a little bit easier to do. Your brain almost kind of wants that to happen. If you've not juggled, or if you have juggled before and if you've passed the ball over. But what we're aiming for here is a 3 and a 3. Maybe what you need to do is forget the catch and just 3-3 and just let them drop. 3-3. And let's just spend a moment doing that. 3-3. 3-3. Positive ball, negative ball. If you want to stop for a second, have a moment of silence, a moment of 2-2. Think about those things. Think about that positive thing. Think about that negative thing. Think about switching them over. Think about maybe finding the positive in that negative. And we're flicking between that 4-4 and that 3-3. You choose when you want to switch them. And if this is okay for you, maybe become aware of your breath. Maybe take a deep breath in. Reflect on what that goal might be for 2022. We don't want to put too much pressure on that goal. We're all human. I think too much pressure applied to it makes it a bit trickier to continue to see something positive when life gets in the way sometimes. So 4-4, 3-3, and just reflect. There's always positive things that will happen. There's always negative things. Sometimes it's hard to see through negative. 4, 4, 3, 3. Again, when they drop, it's just a dropped ball. So let's just take those balls and just sit them on our heart and take a deep breath in. Let's push it to 7 seconds, okay? Let's put both hands on there. And let's just, as we breathe in and out, let's just wash all of those thoughts that we've just thought. Let them swing in and swing out, okay? And breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then breathing out, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're going to continue with our positive and negative ball, or socks, or whatever. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to go 4, and then in between that 4, we're going to go 1, 1. So 4, 1, 1. Happens quite quick. It's a beat faster, this one. I'm going to use that negative ball, so whatever you're using, ensure you look at that ball before you throw it and recognise it as that negative ball. 4, it's going to go up, okay? And what we're going to do is when it's in the air, we're going to throw that positivity back and forth. We're going to inject that negativity with a bit of positive, okay? 4, 1, 1. So that negative ball goes up. Once that negative ball's in the air, this ball, my positive ball, is going to go 1, 1, okay? So you might find this really difficult in the beginning. It might be too fast for your thinking, or it might be too difficult to do. 4, 1, 1. Use this as a little measurement tool, okay? So whenever we're thinking of something negative, we can always inject that positivity into it, underneath it, okay? If you can't quite do that physically now, and it's too fast for you, run with it. Run with it for the next 2 weeks, for the next week, for the next 6 months, okay? And watch your progress. And as you progress to a place where you can do it, maybe the next time you're thinking of something negative, the next thought will be, oh, I've worked on this physically, but there's this physical I feel. I'm no expert in this scientifically, but for my almost now nearly 20 years doing circus, I feel that there is this thing within physical learning that takes time and discipline and commitment. That really helps our mental health, helps our life. So work with it. I'm going to pick the balls back up. Negative balls flying up. 4, 1, 1. 4, 1, 1. 4, 1, 1. Do this on both sides. So make sure you throw that negative ball up first of all. 4, 1, 1. Bam. 4, 1, 1. 4, 1, 1. 4, 1, 1. Switch sides. Negative ball, 4, 1, 1. Inject that positivity. So next time you feel a little bit down or negative, or negative is quite a negative word, isn't it? Like I'm trying to lighten it up a little bit, but essentially it is what it is. We all feel it. So whatever that feeling might be, remember, even though we don't see it, it's there, or it can be there if we choose to see it. So we've got about a minute left. And I've got lots of stuff to do, so I'm not going to jump into something new because I'll save that for tomorrow. But what we're going to do is we're going to stack our negative ball on our hand or our sock or whatever it is. I definitely suggest you get some balls, and if they're the same colour as mine, that will be much easier to follow. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick our positive ball right on top. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our gratitude ball and we're going to stick that on top. Okay. And we're going to flip this upside down onto our head. okay? And the first thing that we think about today, just today, is our gratitude. The second thing is everything that's positive in our life. And then the last thing, which is always going to be there, it's always going to be like floating around somewhere, all those negative things that creep into our head that tell us that we can't do it. Okay, but remember this order: gratitude, positivity, and then whatever's always going to be there anyway. Take them. What we're going to do is we're going to push them on our heart. We're going to finish off with a breath in for 5 and a breath out for 5. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then breathing out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, have an absolutely gorgeous day. I will see you back here tomorrow at a time that is convenient for you. Take care.